What's going on, everybody? My name is Wally, and today we're going to be continuing our platinum playthrough of Final Fantasy X, the HD Remastered Edition. Now, in the last episode, we had so many heated conversations. Lulu and Waka got into it about Chapu, and of course, Lulu tore Waka a new one. No surprises there, am I right? And then after that, the Besaid Aurochs had a face-off with the Luca Goers, and even Yuna and Donna almost got into a catfight in the Kilika Temple. A very intense episode, to say the least. Now, in today's episode, however, we'll be getting into some more conversations and also getting a new trophy. So if you guys are excited for today's episode number 9, and you want to let me know, hit that like button down below. With that, let's stop yapping and get right into it, shall we? Alright, once again, we're going to start the episode by heading up some stairs and triggering a cutscene. But before we do that, I do want to mention that there's going to be a plenty of missable conversations in this here episode, so I need to be careful where I go and when I go. But before all of that, let me head into the bridge here, because there's something very important we need to collect, and that is this here, Albert Primer Volume 5. A equals E. Sick. Dippity dope. Now, fun fact for you guys, this thing is not called the rudder. I always thought it was, but no, this is called the helm, and it steers the rudder that's in the back of the ship at the bottom of the ship. There you go. Useless information right there. Now let's head out here finally, and there's going to be 2 missable cutscenes here that I'm going to trigger, so I'll see you guys after those.
What y'all talking about?
Who are you supposed to be? Ah, I remember him. Guy from Kilika.
Huh?
You know, one of the Besaid Aurochs. Said something about winning the cup.
Oh, right. You're that idiot.
Don't call him that.
But he is an idiot. They don't got what it takes to win the cup. Well, they do now that I'm here.
Yes, they will win. He used to be the star player of the Zanarkand Abes.
Yeah, as if anyone lived in those ruins.
It's not ruins. There's a big city there. There is.
I got too close to Sin and...
There is a city, really.
Right, whatever your ladyship says. What's wrong? You seemed kind of mad back there.
They were being rude, and... I do believe your Zanarkand exists. I really do, you know?
How come?
Sir Jecht used to always tell me stories. It'd be great to see your home someday. I'd love to go there.
Yeah. So, Yuna, want to come over to my place? Right. Sure. As if I had a place to show her.
As if I had a place to show her, he says. Alright, Mr. Humble, you have a house on the lake in Zanarkand. That's pretty fancy if I do say so myself, but I am disappointed in you, Titus, for not standing up for Yuna like she did for you. Instead, you cowered like an idiot. My goodness, how dare you let the Luca Goers speak to her that way? We need to make it up to her. And how do we do that? We need to annoy the crap out of Kimari here, so I'm gonna just spam X on him. Keep poking the bear. Come on, yes, yes. How about you shake your head and say yes instead? You want to be friends now, don't ya? I know you do. Look at that. You're not starting to notice. There we go. We made Yuna laugh. At least that made up for it, right? But fun fact for you guys. Another fun fact. The second cutscene there, you can just walk away after the first cutscene. But I chose to console Yuna there because she looked pretty sad. That's one. And number 2, I'm trying to build my relationship with Yuna. So it was best for me to go and talk to her and console her a little bit. So there you go. Now, let's talk to these guys, see what they're talking about. The Aurochs are the team to watch this year. They said they got a blitzer from Zanarkand on their team. Oh, come on. You actually believe that rumor? No way, I only meant it'll be fun to watch. Alright, bro, she's not gonna let you hit, so might as well just stick to what you said, bro. Buddy, Xanarkand, eh? You're gonna bluff it all. Say something a little more believable. How about you take those words and shove it in the square hole, okay? That guy poking around back there is taking sphere shots of Lady Yuna. Alright, sphere shots are pictures / videos in Spira here. Come here, you creep. Creeping on Yuna. Now you can't catch him and you can't talk to him, but you will find out who this is much later on in the game and find out who he's related to. And also, this is not the first time that we've seen him. We saw him when we finished the Cloister of Trials in Kilika and left the temple. He was amongst the crowd creeping on Yuna again. My goodness. Now, there's gonna be plenty of conversations to eavesdrop on upstairs here, so let's get to them. A lickety split, shall we?
Well, say something. You'll take responsibility.
Relax, he's bound to know someone in Luca.
And if not?
He could always join a blitz team. Anyhow, it's better than just leaving him in Besaid.
What? Just leaving him in Luca?
What do you want me to do?
Yuna wants to make him a guardian.
Oh yeah, jeez. There's that too, eh?
And whose fault is that?
Not mine. It is mine, huh?
Hold on. I fail to see how that's your fault, Waka. Okay? You were just trying to help a brother out, okay? Like, what? Were you supposed to just let Titus drown when we washed up in Besaid and let the piranhas get to him? No, of course you're gonna help him. And yeah, I'm with you. It's better than just leaving Titus in Besaid. You know, Luca is so much bigger than Besaid. Spoiler alert, Besaid is such a small village. I just bonked the hell out of my mic. I apologize for that. But yeah, Besaid is so much smaller than Luca. And Luca is based around, you know, Blitzball. There's a lot of Blitzball stuff going on there. So Titus has a much better shot at having a normal life there, or starting a new life in Luca compared to Besaid. So there you go. Lulu just being so unreasonable there. But I'm not gonna tell her that because she's gonna rip my head off. But either way, there's several more conversations here. I'm gonna trigger 2 more cutscenes here, and then I'll see you guys after those.
Why do you think she wants to make him a guardian anyway?
Because he's Sir Jecht's son.
All right. Wait, you sure about that? He's really Sir Jecht's son.
It's hard to say, but Yuna seems to believe so.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. That's all you have to say?
Well, yeah, I mean, he's gotta decide for himself, yeah? Well, him and Yuna, I guess.
You're right, for once. I wonder which is best. Why don't you tell him he should?
Should what?
Become Yuna's guardian.
Why me?
Because Yuna can't.
Why not?
He hates his father. What he was, what he did. Do you really think she can possibly say to him, I want you to be my guardian, like your father was to mine?
And you're being oversensitive. All right, all right. I'll try talking to him after the tournament.
Be discreet.
I know. It's his decision.
Yeah, that I agree with, Lulu. Yeah, Yuna can't tell Titus, I want you to be my guardian like your father was to mine, because obviously Titus hates his dad and tries to avoid being like Jecht as much as possible. Even though Titus did end up being a Blitzball star like his father was, but there are just some things you can't avoid. And Titus is also cocky like his dad is, but you know, Titus here is not demeaning and discouraging like Jecht is, you know. Titus is more encouraging and he's nicer to people. So there you go. You know, he if he was anything like Jecht in like temperament and characteristics, he would tell the Besaid Aurochs to go screw themselves and I'm not gonna help you guys, you know. So there you go. I like that about Titus, you know. Even though he is somewhat similar to his dad, he tries to avoid his father's tendencies and whatnot. So there you go. Now, there's gonna be one more conversation that we need to eavesdrop on. So Let's get to it.
He doesn't like his father.
Apparently, he told Yuna as much.
Hating your own father, huh? Sounds like a luxury to me. I don't even remember my parents. Can't say how I feel about them.
I was 5 then, so I remember mine a little.
Damn it! Sin just takes everything away from us.
Now, if you guys remember in one of the previous episodes, when we first boarded the SS Liti, Titus, went to talk to Waka and asked if Yuna's father's famous or something. And then Titus also muttered under his breath and said, "It's tough when your father's famous." And Waka was very confused at that. He's like, huh, what? And Lulu had to jump in with some dark humor, obviously at Waka's expense, and say, yeah, Waka's lacking in the imagination department. That was really mean. And that's why I called it mean, because, yeah, Waka lost his parents when he was very, very young, and then several years later lost Chapu. So, big yikes, man. I feel for Waka. My goodness. Lulu here, come on, man. You need to do a better, okay?
I'm sorry. I need some time to think.
Yeah, you seem to do that a lot. Lulu is very, like, mature, and she's very, you know, wise, but she can be very unreasonable. Come on, dude. But look at Waka just staring off into the distance here. I almost said sunset. Look at that. Look at this game, dude. It's so good. It's beautiful. The music is perfect too.
Go to bed, bud. Tournament starts tomorrow morning.
Yeah, we will. There'll be a small little cutscene here, so.
Someone's bound to recognize you when they see your moves out there, huh?
A little bit of foreshadowing for you guys right there. But also one more thing I wanted to mention in that last bit of conversation there with Lulu and Waka here. Lulu said that I was 5 then, so I remember mine a little. Makes it sound like Lulu's older than Waka, but that's not the case. Waka is definitely older than Lulu, so I don't know what that is, or it wasn't a mistranslation or something. But either way, let's keep moving here. Now, there's this blitzball over here on the deck here. And there's something very important that we need to do with it. But before all of that, I am going to drop a save real quick, like the camera angle is gonna change here. There we go. My goodness, this camera angle can be so annoying sometimes. Like, you go back and then you see it goes back again. My goodness, stop that. I don't like that very much. Let me head back down here to the bottom deck, and I'm gonna drop a save right here, and I'll see you guys after that. All right, let's head back up to the top deck here and approach that blitzball that we saw. Now, I did mention something important with this blitzball, and it has to do with a trophy and a skill that we're gonna need to beat the Luca goers in the blitzball tournament. But you can fail, and then the skill is lost forever. You cannot come back and get it. So that's why I went to save. It is very important. But before all of that, there's going to be a cutscene, so sit back, relax, and enjoy.
Well, trying to follow in my footsteps, are you? I usually charge for lessons, you know. That shot is done like this. You can't do it, kid. But don't worry, my boy. You're not the only one. No one else can do it. I'm the best.
There you go. That's what I mean by Jecht being demeaning and discouraging. My goodness. But if you guys notice, the little ghostly kid is in that cutscene as well. He's in a lot of flashbacks, if you didn't know. But, oh boy, Jecht is only tough love to Titus here. But it all ends up being toughness and no love. What is love? Let me stop before I start singing again. But either way, the Jecht Shot challenge. Memories of that day still haunt Titus and interfere with his concentrations. Try to shake off the memories and successfully perform the Jecht Shot. I'm gonna do my best here. I can fail. It has happened before. For example, when a memory appears in the upper left, press up, left, and X at the same time. Similarly, like so, press up and X at the same time if a memory appears at the top, right there. But, fun fact for you guys, I don't know why I'm speaking like that. Fun fact for you guys, you can also use your analog stick, and yes, I'm using an old PS4 controller, blah blah blah, whatever. But either way, if the memory appears in the middle, just simply press X like so. Let's try practicing a little. Press buttons following the on-screen instructions. Now, let me try here. Okay, so top left, is that left or right? I can't even tell sometimes. Top right. So I'm gonna press my D-pad, this top right, and X right there, and that happens. So that's with the D-pad. Let me try with my controller here. Let me just use the controller and press X. And it works as well. Look at that, dippity dope. So that can help you out if you need it. Ooh, but then again, sometimes the controller can act up, so better safe than sorry. Go and save before you try this. Now, did you get the hang of it? Now, time for the real thing. So, as we try to do this here, there's gonna be a cutscene right after, so I'll see you guys after that. Wish me luck.
You can't do it. You can't do it. You can't do it, kid. You're out of your league. You can't do it, kid. You can't do it, kid. Best. I'm the best.
Huh. The best? Yeah, right. Huh?
Whoa! What's that called?
Doesn't have a name. Anyone can do it if they try.
Show us one more time, yeah?
And there you have it. We perfectly executed the Jecht. Okay. Look at that though. Alright, Titus, maybe not everyone can do it, okay? Maybe it requires some form of talent. But yeah, look at that. Titus is more encouraging than Jecht is, right? You can see the difference right there. But either way, we finally did it. We got the trophy. Sick, dippity dope. And that move right there is going to help significantly in the Blitzball tournament. I don't know how you can win without it. Maybe if you're really good at Blitzball, then you can. I think I've done it once before, but never again. Never again. But either way, you know what's watching, so let's see what she has to say about that.
That was the Jecht Shot, wasn't it?
How do you know that?
Sir Jecht showed it to me when I was a child. He called it the sublimely magnificent Jecht Shot Mark III.
Stupid name, huh? You know what? There is no Mark I or Mark II, you know? My old man said the name Mark III was just something to hook the crowd. He said they'd come back every night expecting to see Mark I and Mark II. And they really did come back. I used to get so mad. Is he alive, you think?
I don't know. But Sir Jecht was my father's guardian.
So he's famous here, too?
Yes. So, if anything happened to him, I should think word would get around fast.
Uh-huh.
What would you do if you found him?
Who knows? I thought he died 10 years ago. Well... I'd probably just smack him one. After everything he put Mom and me through. And because he was famous, I was always... Well, you should know, Yuna.
Hmm?
Your father's famous too. Everyone in Spira knows him, right?
Hmm.
Ain't it tough?
It is hard to follow in his footsteps as a summoner.
Sure.
But the honor of having a father like him surpasses all that, I think.
Well, there wasn't much to honor about my old man, that's for sure.
You shouldn't say that about your father.
I got the right.
I guess you do.
Ow!
Show me that move again.
Yo! I didn't think my old man would come to Luca. He never did like watching other people play. But I couldn't help feeling something bad was gonna happen. And these feelings of mine are usually right. Sure, I had told Waka I'd help him win the tournament, but I wasn't sure I had it in me to play at all anymore.
Yeah, we're going to head to Luca real soon, and it's gonna be a pretty dope cutscene. But there you go. That is what it's like to live in the shadow of your famous parent right there. But there's two different sides right there, right? You can see the difference between Yuna and Titus's experience having famous fathers. One is more proud to have someone like Braska as a father because he's more like, you know, honorable. And then Titus, on the other hand, finds nothing honorable about his father, but he's never seen the side of Jecht that, you know, that Yuna has described, right? Like kind, gentle, you know, stuff like that. So you can see Titus' hatred for his father right there, and he has his reasons, you know. Like he said, you know, he got the right to say such things about his father, you know, because he's been treated so poorly by Jecht, unfortunately. But either way, like I said, there's going to be a very dope cutscene coming up right now, so hope you guys enjoy, because I will.
Ladies and gentlemen, the day we've all been waiting for. The opening tournament of the season. This event is sponsored by Yevon. And this year we celebrate Maester Micah's 50th year in office. Ah, over there. The ships carrying the players are arriving now. This would be dock number 2. All the way from Killica, it's the Killica Beasts. High Summoner O'Holland used to play for them, a big name to live up to. Their hometown was recently attacked by Sin, isn't that right, Jimmy?
Yes, Baba, they're going to be pulling out all the stops to try and bring back the cup this year.
Exciting, isn't it, folks? Our next team off the ramp is... Well, well, well. If it isn't the Besaid Aurochs. They're a living, breathing, statistical impossibility. I've never seen a team this bad. That's right, in 23 years, they've never made it past the first round. Only a few die-hard fans are in the audience today.
Best of luck to them and a safe journey back to Besaid.
Right, Jim? Moving right along, our next team is... Here they are, folks. Our very own Luca Goers. They've got power, they've got speed, they've got teamwork. They're an all-round first-class team, and they're back home in Luca.
Without a doubt, they are the favorite this year, Baba. And after the way they dominated last year, it'd take a miracle for them to lose today.
You can say that again, Jimma. Look at the crowd, folks. Look at the crowd. Looks like all of Luca has turned out to cheer the Goers on. They know, I know, and you know, folks. The Luca Goers are #1.
Yeah, it's like this every year, yeah? Don't let it bother you.
Stop right there, Goers. You guys are smiling now, but not for long. 'Cause this year, us Aurochs are taking the cup.
What in Yevon's name were you doing up there?
We sure stood out, though. We were on the sphere. We were. Maester Micah is here.
Already?
The number 3 dot.
What's up now?
Maester Micah has arrived, that's what.
Micah? Maester?
Maester Micah is the leader of all the peoples of Spira. He's come all the way from Bavel. The tournament is being held to honor his 50 years as Maester.
50 years? Shouldn't he be, retired by now?
Hey, mind your mouth now.
Let's all go see him.
All right, we're finally in Luca. Look at this place, man. Oh my goodness. But I hate how the announcers are so biased towards their home team there. My goodness. They gave the Aurochs such a terrible welcome. How unprofessional of them. But Titus here did a great job boosting the team's morale by jumping up there with a megaphone and basically proclaiming that the Aurochs are going to take the cup. So now we need to save face and win the tournament. Oh my goodness. So much pressure, but we're gonna have an easier time now that we have the Jecht Shot. Either way, Maester Micah is here as well, and we're gonna be meeting him really soon and learn a little bit more about him. And he's not alone. He's bringing an entourage with him because he's a significant character here in Spira, right? He's the leader of all the peoples of Spira. So we're gonna be meeting him pretty soon. Not personally, but we're going to be seeing him nonetheless. But either way, there is a save sphere right here. But there's going to be a lot to do in Luca, and I'm very, very excited for that. So I'm going to stop rambling here, and I'm going to save a real quick like, and I see you guys in the outro. Alright, you guys, I think I'm going to end the episode here. Now, what an eventful episode indeed. We got to learn a lot about how our characters interact, and we also built our relationship with Yuna, and we got a trophy as well. I cannot wait to use the Jecht Shot in the tournament to whoop the Goers' asses. But either way, thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed, consider leaving a like and maybe even subscribe. I will greatly appreciate that. But with that, I'll see you guys in the next episode. Deuces.